Hello, welcome back to Talos Principle. %21 puzzles already. What we were doing here? This one solved. Yeah. Hell does this mean? That closes one door and opens another. It's like a not switch. That's gonna crisscross. That's blue. I need red. Wait. There's nothing else. How do I make it not crisscross? Daddy cool, crazy like a fool. I don't know. How am I going to trigger it? I don't know. I don't think this will work. Maybe this will shut it down. Really? That was the solution? It's pretty dirty. There's going to be something more complicated. Allahu Akbar.
I sent the drone to have a look at one of the other puzzle clusters. It seems they remain inert until they're connected. I uploaded the pictures to the log.
Should we check them out with the VTOL?
Let's conserve fuel as much as we can. There's no point in going there if it's all dead.
Oh yeah, they still haven't refueled or recharged. How long can they just go about without sleeping? And if they get exhausted, completely out of energy, do they die? Or if they get recharged by something when they're out of consciousness, will they just be okay? Allah. Oh god. Okay, we got this. For whatever reason. Wait. So I need two things. I so far have only connector and RGB. Wait. No, that's Corona. That's a different thing. Okay. How does that help me? Now this is free. And the end what? I need to open this. Oh. Jesus. Mr. Crawl. How am I supposed to do this? I guess from here, but I can't move it. Wait, okay, there's another connector. So I can move it. Okay, so it was the right start, I just didn't know why. Wait, I should make it further. And then this. Easy.
A solid solution. Well done.
another one of these. Like, it became so streamlined now. It's not even special in any case. Like, the star's supposed to like invoke a feeling of awe. Like, whoa, I didn't think of that. Whoa, it's so cool that you could do it like outside of the box solution. What is this? Like, I think it's like the third time when you need to connect a laser to this thing. What are you doing? It just feels like they stumbled on the game design in the first game for by accident, and here when they actually had a lot of resources, they just decided to do something completely different because they didn't have like a solid vision. I don't know. Maybe it's just different people? Hard to say. I guess I could... No. What can I do here? Oh. No. No. Is that piece of decor? Does it mean something? Does it switch the gates? Doesn't seem so. No, that stays closed. Strange. I guess I... No. I mean, I could connect these two, but for what reason? I need to bring red here somehow, but I can only keep this open here, and the red laser is here, so I need another connector, but I can't have it. What? I don't get it. How's this gonna work? I guess I could stand on it, but... Oh yeah, that could trigger like self-sustaining reaction. Wait, first I need... I guess that should work? Yeah. Alright. And now... Fuck, I think... I mean, it still could work. Yeah, there we go. Crazy fox. Fox and Cox. What does this button do? Closing doors? And laser here. What does that mean? That the Mensa Norway test pieces? Might be part of the star puzzle? Maybe I'm just noticing those. Okay, I can't have it. There is blue one here, but again, not quite working out. I guess I could do this. Wait. No. I need a second one for that. Okay, I need to think about how to release this one. For some reason I can create a hole here, but I don't see how it helps me. Okay. And what? Oh, no. Or yes. Or no. Shit. But there is this one too. But for this to work, I need to keep it open. I don't see how that's gonna happen. Oh. Guess, yeah, I don't need that then. Is this fine? And there we go. Who this? Another Miranda. Audio log.
There's so much to discover on this island that sometimes it overwhelms me. Every lake, every forest contains an incredible, interconnected, permanently changing network of organisms. And every one of those organisms is
Nothing
almost
new,
infinitely
Alexandra
complex
Drennan.
and contains other organisms within itself. It seems impossible to ever really grasp. But then, step by step, I do understand. It takes time and effort, but it's not impossible. And there's a lot of joy to be found in simply taking the time to truly study something. I spent 5 years studying a single flower, and it never got boring.
You're in the spectrum. Maybe they took Drannon's DNA and tried to replicate it in artificial form?
Every site we've investigated has had
They
one
have
of these
very
labs,
similar
but they
psyche.
seem primitive compared to some of the technology we're seeing above ground.
Are we even sure that the labs and the puzzles belong to the same people?
There seems to be a
Yes.
connection between the experimental setups in the labs and some of the puzzle technology.
Correlation does not necessarily imply causation, though.
True. But just because
Gravity.
we don't understand the connection, that doesn't mean it's not there. What we have here is two things that reflect each other. We just don't understand how that reflection works or what causes it.
Maybe Miranda can tell us.
The end. Author Alufemi Kaneda. Location Gronda. After a lifetime dedicated to the written word, I'm faced with a task I could never have expected, writing an epitaph not only for myself but for my species. In the unlikely event that Alexandra Drennan is successful and one day someone reads this, what meaningful insights can I share into this strange phenomenon that is humanity? I've spent days thinking about it, but now I'm running out of time, so I'll set down the one thought that I simply can't shake. It didn't have to be this way. With more time, we could have found a cure. With a few political victories, we could have been prepared. Change any factor, even by a little, and we would have made it. This isn't divine punishment, it's just dumb luck. I'm reaching for something here, but I don't know what it is. Forgiveness? Grace? Acceptance? No, I hate the idea of accepting this. Hope, maybe. I feel like the story is unfinished. Maybe it should be. No epitaphs for humanity. Yeah, just could have tried better. As humanity, as a whole humanity, I guess. You can't blame a one individual for that. Karen, Lord Dunsany, Dunsany, Gronda 1. From 51 Tales by Lord Dunsany. I need to check if those people are real. Yes, it was a writer in the UK in 19th century. Karen leaned forward and rode. All things were one with his awareness. It was not with him a matter of years or of centuries, but of wide floods of time and an old heaviness and a pain in the arms that had become for him part of the scheme that the gods had made and was of a piece with eternity. With the gods had even sent him a contrary wind it would have divided all time in his memory into two equal slabs. So grey were all things, always where he was that if any radiance lingered. The wording, oh my god. So grey were all things always where he was that if any radiance lingered a moment among the dead, on the face of such a queen perhaps as Cleopatra, his eyes could not have perceived. It was strange that the dead nowadays were coming in such numbers. They were coming in thousands, where they used to come in 50s. It was neither Karen's duty nor his want to ponder in his grey soul where these things might be. Karen leaned forward and rode. Then no one came for a while. It was not usual for the gods to send no one down from earth for such a space, but the gods knew best. Then one man came along, alone, and the little shade sat shivering on a lonely bench, and the great boat pushed off. Only one passenger, the gods knew best, and great and weary Karen rode on and on beside the little silent shivering ghost. And the sound of the river was like a mighty sigh that grief in the beginning had sighted among her sisters, and that could not die like the echoes of human sorrow failing on earthly hills, but was as old as time and the pain in Karen's arms. Then the boat from the slow grey river loomed up to the coast of Dis, and the little silent shade, still shivering, stepped ashore, and Karen turned the boat to go wearily back to the world. Then the little shadow spoke, that had been a man. "I am the last," he said. No one had ever made Karen smile before. No one before had ever made him weep. There is an obvious and perhaps intended interpretation that this is the end of humanity and the last shadow is the last human to live, but another interpretation is equally possible, that humanity has achieved immortality and the last shadow is the last human to die. I prefer the latter. I don't know if you could achieve immortality like a true. You could maybe get to infinite lifespan, but there will be still accidents. Successful, same result, weird experiment modified to gain further insight into unexpected error, negative results, simultaneous trials affecting each other via unknown mechanism. What is going on here? There haven't been a lot of RGB connectors, and I need one. Yeah, this sneaky puzzle, goddammit, where's the entrance? Transposition. A lot of self-sustaining setups. Okay, what am I doing? What do we need? This, we only have one source, so I need something here. Okay, but how... I guess I need to switch them around. Yeah. Hello, Zakushai. How you doing? We got 8th one left somewhere. Still got 2 stars. Does that mean 6th one is here? Guess let's go to the question mark. These signs are a bit confusing. Yeah. Leave Hester stay.
The rotting remains of the old world should fill me with melancholy. Even here on this remote island, our ancestors could not escape their fate. And yet, I find there is something pathetic about
why
these ruins
wouldn't they
that
be able
evokes
to
anger and even contempt?
sit out
I feel
the
it is a mistake to
virus
accept this
on isolated
catastrophe
island?
with equanimity. What we see here should offend us. When witnessing this triumph of entropy, we should aspire to a warrior spirit, even a kind of hate of the past and its failures that will never allow such a thing to happen again.
Crazy Fox is back. Okay, wait. We got this, but there's no puzzles around. Makes me wonder if there is a RGB connector that is outside the chamber. Or you could get it outside somehow. Type of playing with a pachyderm called an elephant. The garden poem. I walk in a garden without fear as stars swirled across the sky, and I stand amongst the tall lilies who lift their faces to the passing eons. Here I will do no harm, and no harm will come to me, for at last my long journey is over, and I am at home. Bullshit. So this is trying to like evoke the conservative feeling that they finally built the dome and going to sit in that dome forever. Beautiful. It makes me feel calm and happy. This is my new favorite of yours, I think, although maybe step by step towards the nightingales might still win out. Let's say it's a tie. The words are definitely beautiful, but to me it seems like a poem about death. I don't think our journey is over. Maybe it will never be over. That's my greatest dream, that all this is just a momentary stop, a place where we rest for a little while before we go on to new adventures. Interesting. I always thought of humanity's journey as long and exhausting a search of home. Homes are important, but we are wanderers, Amish. We need new horizons, and the more we travel, the more we perceive our homes with new eyes and find more to love. Wow, a response from Byron himself. Thank you for your thoughts, everyone. I really appreciate them. Yakut. Send around to look at another puzzle cluster, but it seems they remain inactive until someone gets there. Until the transport system goes online. Gotta explain the logic somehow. Okay, I see 8. So those free puzzle things, sparks, they seem to go from worlds to worlds. It doesn't matter where you found them, you can just use them at any puzzle. I thought it was locked to the world you were in, or I guess in this case location. Where is the 8th one? And just a rock. Can you see somehow like what you solve? Oh, there we go. Yeah, I got 8th one left, a gate, and 2 stars. Wait, that's right. like this for some reason. Wait, oh yeah, I tried this one, but last time I didn't figure out what was it. So I can't bring this out, so it's gotta stay in here, right? And I can't bring this out, it's gotta stay in here. Yeah, I don't think so. Alright, so... that's the case. But yeah, if that's the case... oh wait, there's another one. Okay. Let's get it out first. Pretty good setup was this, but I need to trigger it properly. Okay. And now... okay, I could swap this around now. And probably what I need to do. Otherwise, this whole setup wouldn't exist. I just don't know how to do it so it stays up in the sky. Because the only way I could get the red and send it there is from it itself. Can it work this way? I don't think so. Wait, or like this, right? Wait, no. I don't need to send red, I need to make it so... ooh. Just stays up in the sky. I also want to swap them. No, wait. Oh boy. Yeah, I want it to stay up in the sky, and that's all I want. Shit. And I want this thing to be on the button. Okay, will that work? Boy. No! How do I do a switcheroo? Maybe if I just stay on the button myself. But then, they crisscross. It's gotta be a better solution. grenades. Fuck! Ah, because the button slipped off. I mean, I guess it's fine. Yeah, I don't know. It was fine. I didn't need to do all that. So yeah. And we still have a crisscross problem. So I need to switch it around so it's... No, so it's like blue instead. And it doesn't need to self-sustain anymore. Wait, it can't... Yeah, I think this is it. No. Because it can't reach... I thought it could reach this thing. So how am I going to make it so... they don't cross? Oh wait, yeah. From there it should be fine. Whew. I don't know. It was harder.
I am so glad I'm not in charge of solving these.
Now let's go to the gates. We'll check what's... No, let's just go to the gate. Okay, not this gate. And... Ow! I like this one. It's just super easy. Okay, I think whatever gets you further usually is good. I'm gonna cancel this. We have a problematic piece, so maybe taking it first. I mean, placing it first would be better. This one. Ah, fuck. let's do the stars now. Just got spawned in front of my eyes. Okay, I saw that guy when I was riding carts. And I'm pretty sure it saved this picture. Okay, it's supposed to be somewhere out here. There. And that thing... here. Do I need to now come back? Well, I guess let's check out that dude. It's a big set piece.
Just when I thought we'd found all the weird stuff.
Success. It worked. I made a statue. Well, it half worked. The design wasn't balanced, so it fell over and broke. It was very dramatic, but the good news is that it all works in principle. Imagine what we could do using stone, part of the environment. Miranda.
So, humanity is great. I really believe that, and that's why I'm here. But I have to be honest with you, individual people, not always my favorite. I'm not the smartest guy ever, and I know that. But there are some people, man, some people are just so dumb. I don't even know if they're actually conscious. Sometimes I think their whole lives might be like a dream. They're just stumbling around, no idea what's going on, mumbling some random nonsense. And the thing you have to understand about our time period is that a lot of these people wield enormous power. They run whole countries and corporations. Yeah, that's right. We've handed over our civilization to people I wouldn't trust to tie their own shoelaces. And if they're dumb, then what are we? I don't honestly have an answer to that, so just please try to do better.
It's like some kind of shooting range. Two men talking. These droids, they get to leave. You know, all they do is just creating museums and art pieces.
We begin with the self, because that is what determines our existence as individuals. But the self cannot exist without that which surrounds it. The citizen lives within the city, and the city lives within the cosmos. So now we must apply the principle we have discovered to the wider world and ask, if man is like a machine, could it be that the universe is similar in nature? And if so, what follows from that fact?
Now we're getting crazy. Stratton, stage area.
What is it?
Tell me about New Alexandria.
New Alexandria. What a mess. It was an attempt to start a new city, but it went about as sideways as it goes. Gas explosion, more than 30 dead, unrecoverable. Al was there for the whole thing.
But why would so much tech from New Alexandria be here?
Because the whole place was abandoned. Byron insisted that we had to rebuild, but for the survivors, it was just too traumatic to deal with. So I guess that stuff was just lying around for someone to pick up.
Okay. I need to get back to the star. Should be that the way.
The wheel turns, but without the road, it cannot move.
So it stops showing locations if you're too far from them. Or maybe not. I don't think I saw a second star from far away. The hell? Okay, so how am I going to get green there? No, no. I think there's very little RGBs. So not in a 6. Let's check first the ones that you could connect reasonably. I think that's only one puzzle. I don't see it. It also could be that that connector just lies around somewhere on the beach or in the bush. This whole island. That happened before. Wait, what? Okay, another one of these. Okay, so maybe it's not that. What should I send? Just green? I guess I maybe could have tested what happens if you try to reverse green, but forgot. Or maybe that puzzle didn't have that reverser. Okay. Oh, it still goes. What? Oh, okay, that's the connector. The closest puzzle is only this. Possibly that, but it's probably this. And this is the third. And it does have RGB. connector is pretty far. But it might work. Okay, so what happens? I could try it out. What? So it doesn't swap the green, but it's like an opportunity for something else. Wait, so it does show if it's blocked or not, but it's really hard to see. It's like showing in the center of the crystal, and then if the connection is blocked, it doesn't show at all. Right? Or maybe it's just... No, it does show, but again, it's harder to see. Alright, so where then? Let's know how he plays here. Guess there is a gate.
False idols are worshipped not because they are idols, but because they are false. True idols are rejected because the truth is feared.
No? What? That's not true. Like, people worship Einstein or Oppenheimer. People who weren't false idols. It's not always the case, but you could say that people like lies more than truth. With that I could agree. But oh. Wait.
When the craftsman Daedalus was imprisoned in the very labyrinth he had created, his only solace was his son,
Where's Prometheus, though?
To escape their plight, he fashioned wings of feathers and wax. He warned his son to fly neither too high nor too low. But his son, enraptured by the freedom of flight, flew too close to the sun. Thus the wax in his wings melted, and he fell to his death. What was the sun's error?
Idiocy. The wings were made from wax. I mean, come on.
The greatest fool is he who cannot tell the words of a story apart from their meaning. After the death of his son, Daedalus withdrew in sorrow to a foreign land. King Minos came looking for the craftsman to exact his revenge. The answer to a riddle revealed where Daedalus dwelled. But for Minos, that answer was his ruin. Consider King Minos, burned in his bath, as you seek your own answer.
I mean, you could say it's hubris, but if he fully understood in the story that if he goes too close to the sun, he would
3 receivers,
die,
3 towers,
I think he wouldn't
3
done
beams,
it.
as we suspected. I think this is an invitation.
Doesn't look that inviting to me.
If you consider the size of the entire structure, then that opening must be big enough to drive a building through.
Or the VTOL.
You want us to
Because
go
we
in
don't-
there,
well-
into the creepy triangular maw of death?
More of death? I think it looks charming.
Byron's right. We're here to explore, and this is a mystery worth investigating. This technology could change everything.
Oh, all right. I'm not winning this, am I?
Nope. Let's meet up with the VTOL, everybody. We're going in.
Is that a chopper? Alright, so far perfect. It's like the worlds are now divided by northeast, west, south instead of A, B, C. How do I? Okay. This actually could be a cool structure to have.
By the way, I finished my
Like a
analysis of the
Futurama
particle clouds.
pipes, but
At first I thought they might be some
functional.
kind of nanotechnology, but I was wrong. It's a lot worse than that. What we're looking at is a completely unknown type and state of matter. Completely inexplicable within our understanding of physics. Created and manipulated by someone.
Fascinating.
Is there anything in this world I couldn't access? Preliminary analysis. Imagine an ant trying to make sense of a nuclear power plant, an armadillo trying to explain disco music. You get my drift. These particle clouds contradict every known laws of physics. What's really shocking here isn't that we're seeing a new and powerful technology, it's what this implies about our grasp of physics. A lot of what we thought we knew must be wrong or incomplete on some fundamental level. A humbling realization. I don't like it. Well, nobody still tested the theory if it's not
Come on, people.
a
Get on board. We haven't
hallucination
got all day.
in the code. Wait, there is a star. But it doesn't show what's in the mega structure. Did I get this one?
1K? We're all waiting for you at the VTOL.
Where's it all? Can you fast travel by resetting? Visual. Oh, maybe it's a hub for stars. How much do I need? A lot. Now they're gone from me. Okay. That's solved. Okay, let's try it. Whoa. What? Oh, come on. Get me here. No animation that was before. It's like cool rewind. It's just loading screen. Yeah, no hands too.
Come on, people, get on board. We haven't got all day. Yakut, take us in.
Aye, aye, sir.
Have any of you ever read an ancient writer called Ian Banks? I guess not. He postulated the concept of the outside context problem. That's when a society encounters something so advanced, so different, that they simply could not have conceived of it. That's what this is.
No.
This whole place is one giant outside context problem.
It's not so different.
And
We
we're
know that it
headed
has
right into
origin
it.
from like the same people.
I think I can set down over there. Should I?
Please do. I can't wait to get a closer look.
Will the door close? I guess not, because they want player to come back to the other puzzles.
Setting down.
Okay, everyone. We need to explore as much as we can, separately if need be, but stay in touch. Record anything interesting you find, and pay special attention to any clues as
And
to
they
who
don't
built
have
this
any
place and
weapons
why.
too?
The schematics we found in that lab were extremely incomplete. So if you can find any more of those, that would be great.
I think someone should stay at the VTOL just in case.
I volunteer you. See you later, Al.
Like, what if they encounter wildlife? What do they do? Just run? Or now possibly they might want to protect themselves against the other droids too. Who knows? And eventually AI also making atomic bombs, and you know the gist from there. A cube and a sphere. So profound.
This thing seems to be broken.
turn. Okay. Is this another hub? Chernyshevsky. On loyalty, Arkady Chernyshevsky, Noema 2. On our likeness, essays on humankind reaching adulthood. What I propose then is that we are not born as eternally free agents, responsible only for ourselves. The very core of what we are, our sentience, separates us from and elevates us above the animal kingdom. As I have argued, this is not a matter of arrogance but of responsibility. However, this blessing also demands something else from us, something more personal than responsibility, and that is loyalty. Our ancestors, less atomized than we are, experienced a crude version of this loyalty, swearing allegiance to tribes, races, nations, and other such semi-fictional concepts. This fragmented understanding was easily exploited and led to many conflicts. We can condemn them for that, or we can choose to believe these were necessary historical steps towards our growth. But above all, we must stop indulging in such childlike behavior. Our species can no longer afford to believe in Mother Russia or Uncle Sam. Neither, however, can we afford to indulge in the adolescent rebel's misanthropy, rejecting the many gifts we have been lucky enough to receive, not from above, but from the history of our species. To put it simply, each of us owes a burden of loyalty to humanity itself, to the human project across time and space. This is not a minor matter or some abstract issue for philosophers. It is a profound and significant part of every human life. It is a universal source of meaning and insight that can bind us together and set us on a path for a brighter future. And it is also a division, a line that must be held against those who preach the gospel of self-annihilation. We ignore it at our own peril. It's pretty good. Like, I agree with the concept very much. Like, in the perfect scenario, we all just should unite in one nation. Countries should be like separated regions with their own mayors, but like presidents become basically like mayors of or governors of the regions, and we work on global problems. But for now, it's kind of utopia to think that people will just abandon their prejudice. Yeah. Like, scientific society is pretty well connected around the world, and they rarely have problems with that. But governments always like have these clauses where you can't share that information. We want to have more of an edge over another country, and if you share it, you're a traitor. Chernyshevsky, like Drennan, stood by this belief to the bitter end. Without him, the archive would not exist. As we owe humanity our loyalty, so we owe a more personal debt to these individuals who gave everything for our own for our story to continue. I think for now the best way to globalize is just building larger and larger alliance like NATO, absorbing more and more nations into it and trying to make it work so they don't exit from it out of some reason, but not forcing it, like going through it diplomatically and economically. And not electing stupid presidents would be also nice. Okay, it's still closed. I guess we have only one path here.
Hold on a second, 1K. I think I can find an override for that door.
Maybe after that, you can help me with this elevator?
One problem at a time. What's going on with these file structures? Okay, door should be opening. Now, about the elevator.
Actually, the elevator's fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. No idea where I am, but it's working.
Don't go too far. Try to circle back.
On it.
We got sucked up by an immense tummy. Okay. Wait, but that was a palm reader. I guess she's not going to stop. There's also another way people like to think of the way of governing themselves. It's the libertarianism. But in a way it was explained so many times to me, I don't see how it could work. I only can see like how it could like splinter society. I can't trust organizations to not start aggressive actions and violence. Like, the more split the society is, like, the more problems will arise. Like, if there's no government above the corporation, I really don't think it will behave. Especially it's like more powerful than the others. Will try to absorb more and more into itself by different means. It's like tribes. Like going back to tribes, but now we have better technology and a bit more enlightened. I don't think it's a good idea.
Hey, 1K, can we talk for a second? That whole thing with the elevator just gave me the creeps.
No. Sure, what's up?
When we first arrived here, I was really excited. It's such a huge place. The technology is so advanced. If we figure out what it all means, we could really change the future of New Jerusalem. The mayor says we have to avoid repeating the mistakes our ancestors made, to stay humble, to not reach too far. And that sounds very abstract, but I've seen the ancient cities. I've seen how much they built, how much they grew, how far they fell. So I've been thinking, what if all this sets us on the same path? What if this is too much power for anyone to control?
Well, they didn't die from too much power. They just happened to stumble upon some virus frozen in Arctic in this lore. Can we just accept that was an accident? not related to their explorative features, desires. I don't think what went wrong with our ancestors was too much power. I think our original impulse was correct. Neutral is technology. I think it's more complex than that. Power isn't necessarily good or bad. Honestly, I think it's too early to tell. The mayor's premise is wrong. He's assuming history can only develop in one way. I don't think what went wrong with our ancestors was too much power.
Then what do you think it was?
Ooh, a lot of choices. It's actually a lack of power. With more control over their biology, they would have survived. Yeah, I like that one. Got their priorities wrong. If they had properly invested in medicine before the virus, they would have survived. It's the same? How's that different? Priorities wrong or lack of power? I guess priorities, it's the same. They weren't careful about the side effects of their growth, otherwise the virus would never have been released. I mean, it's all of that. What do we know about it? They stumbled on the virus in the Arctic. They weren't careful about side effects of their growth. Did they collect the sample and were researching it and then it got leaked? We never got that story. None of them wanted to do things differently, but their political systems wouldn't let them. It was just bad luck, a confluence of bad things happening all at once. They almost made it. Did they almost made it? They got their priorities wrong. If they had properly invested in medicine before the virus, they would have survived.
I never thought of it that way, but you're right.
Yeah, what
If
Byron
you think
was
about
saying
how vulnerable
before,
they were to
you
diseases,
never thought about it?
It's incredible that they didn't invest more into protecting themselves. Why do you think that happened?
I like the amount of choices and... Well, the game kind of wants you to answer it... We kind of on the same wave, that we think the same things, and I don't think it actually provides like a different perspective for a person who would disagree with the approach. I don't know. It would be interesting to see a playthrough of a person who thinks like a completely different way. How would they feel about these choices? Like a person who denies vaccines and thinks it's like developed by a government to control them or something like that. I had a phobia of dealing with their physicality. You can face the truth of the Talos Principle. They had a general problem with allocating resources correctly. Their society wasn't growing anymore, it had become stagnant. Some kind of political problem we can't understand anymore. I have no idea, but whatever it was, there is no reason we have to fail the same way. It's not destiny. I would say it's political. It's more about like getting together and stop fighting, stop national. Basically, what the Arkady Chernyshevsky in that last text wrote. It's getting on with it already. But I don't think there is a good answer here. some kind of political problem we can't understand anymore.
You might be right. Our understanding of their society is pretty limited in some ways, despite the archive we inherited. But if the problem was political, that means we don't have to repeat it. Thanks for talking to me, 1K. I know we're in the middle of something, but I kind of needed that.
Yeah, good. Oh. I feel like some sound effects would be nice when they're moving. It just feels strange without them. I guess they have very good will. Oh, the beats are back. How is this floating around?
Looks like another set of puzzles. Same pattern, 1 gate, 3 receivers. Like some sort
Oh,
of
we're going
fractal
to do it
symmetry.
together? I wonder if there's going to be a part where we have to, like, in the first game, in the last moments. What the? Drone in the floor. What? Why do I have the pieces already? Okay, what's the shittiest? This one, I guess. Those giants. Beltruvian droid. What? Oh, I needed to go through the bridge, like across the bridge to complete it? Come on, why? was complete already. Anything new? Huh.
Good job, 1K.
Really? It's nothing. I wonder if there are opportunities to do outside influence. Like put that portal somewhere here.
How far down this goes?
So this keeps the door open. There is no door here. And the source is here. So all I need is 2 reversers. Do I even need that door? Wait, that's not a reverser. Now it's gonna become blue. And the door will close. So it could be just here, and we should be fine. The thing is, if this door closes, I won't be able to unlock it again, unless I, yeah, go back, set it up there. And I can't bring this. Fuck. Wait, can I just... Oh. Yeah. Fuck, it was easy. But it might crisscross. Okay, no.
Well done.
One sec.
This is madness. Even the walls are bursting with power. Guess not.
Okay, so I need to keep this open. It works. Is going anywhere? Crap. That's so. Oh, come on, you need to... Oh, why didn't it save? It saved the road.
Open. 1K if you want
Again,
to.
it kinda...
I'll finish up scanning this.
repeats Portal. Like a big zone, a big door. It's echoey abyss. Very amazing. First.
I keep getting locked out of parts of the system. I think I've tracked down some more schematics, though. Let's see. This might do something. Or not.
have a question, Miranda. Noema 3. I was doing some reading while the last trial was running and I came across something I don't understand. There are a lot of references to ancient human feelings that science is boring. To me, everything we're studying is mind-bendingly incredible, whether it's quark gluon deconfinement or neutrino anti-neutrino oscillations, or even something incredibly basic like the properties of light. I understand why our ancestors cared about art, why a beautiful crafted story or poem was moving to them, but how could they not see that everything that surrounds us is just as incredible? Studying science is like studying the most incredible machine ever created, a machine designed to build worlds and tell stories. How could they not see that? I'm sure there's a good explanation, but I don't get it. I think it's because our brains weren't built for this. Our brains just been built to survive, not...
Mother? What are you thinking about, Mother?
The Talos Principle. You see, it has two applications. One is to the self. It means facing the truth even if it frightens us. Understanding that living beings are machines and we can't afford to lie to ourselves. But that's just the beginning. The second application is to the world. This one seems easier at first. It's less difficult to understand that the universe is a machine, governed by laws.
So we and the universe are the same?
No, and that's the crucial part. We are conscious. Consciousness is rare, unlikely, but it's also the foundation of everything else. Without us, there can be no meaning. Without someone to perceive it, the beauty of the universe is pointless. But that shouldn't make us arrogant. No, in fact, it means we carry a tremendous responsibility. We are the light of the cosmos. And if we go out, there will be nothing but a cold, dark machine.
Yeah. Bah.
Athena?
The founder was here?
She could still be here. What if this is why she left, to build all this? We have to look for her.
I'm reading some pretty big energy spikes. I think we better scramble.
But she could be right here, right behind the next door. I could turn around a corner and walk right into her.
If she's really here, she'll still be here when we come back. But right now, safety needs to come first. Let's go, Byron.
You're... Oh. Damn you, but you're right. Heading back.
Yeah, so I think the answers why people are not excited and it's boring for them to learn more about science. It's boring for me too. Like, I don't exclude myself from that. It's just because
was that really the founder?
Our brain was built for
it was her.
Trying to get
for
food,
years, I've wondered what
defend yourself
to her,
against
why she left, where she
animals or dangers.
Why she didn't tell me?
If the answers are here, I promise you we'll find them. We just have to be careful. Follow protocol.
What protocol? Like, our brain doesn't reward us enough for discovering secrets of the universe.
I still can't believe the founder built this place.
Wasn't built this way.
Has she been here the whole time?
We don't know that she actually built it. All we know for sure is that she was here at some point.
Of course she built this. Who else would have the kind of vision necessary to accomplish something like this? The question is why? And why like this? Why
they really make you just run back
What is she trying to tell us?
while these guys
It
talking?
does seem like it might be a test. I can't imagine any other explanation. But why is it so broken? Or does it just appear to be broken so that we have to learn how to fix it? I hate this.
Well, I know one thing for sure. Everyone in New Jerusalem is gonna go absolutely nuts.
Aren't you streaming this already? Rust. EDCs excerpt. Burp. So what is it? 5358, like keeps repeating. Some kind of Chinese hieroglyph, I don't know. Doesn't make sense. How thou it is to pause, to make an end, to rust unburnished, not to shine in use, as though to breathe were life, life piled on life, were all too little, and of one to me, little remains, but every hour is saved from the eternal silence something more, a brighter of new things, and while it were for some 3 suns to store and hoard myself, and this great spirit yearning in desire to follow knowledge like a sinking star beyond the utmost bound of human thought. Huh.
Go, go, go.
All right, take us back to base camp, Yakut.
Yes, sir. I'm getting some new readings. Looks like 2 of the northern sites are lighting up.
Are we ever
I
going
think
to
that may have
go
been
back
me.
to Jerusalem?
I suspect the puzzles are somehow tied to the transport system. Like we're supposed to solve them in a particular order.
Okay, so those towers carry lasers. That's why they appeared.
All right, everyone. Our main objective is getting back into the megastructure. 1K, I want you on puzzles. You seem to have a knack for them. But the rest of us can't neglect our secondary
what did he
objectives
get
of studying
from
this island and
solving-
understanding this technology.
Was it intentional that they just put a bunch of recordings in there for people who solved puzzles? It's like, you have to open this door and go and put your palm on, and I'll talk to my daughter about a philosophy, and now you go back and solve more puzzles. This is a weird design. Did we get anything else from this? Oh yeah, there's nothing here. I guess it's a good point to end, and then start with the new location. Yeah, still basically the same. I like the puzzles, but what they made with the story is just not needed. I don't know. The puzzles in that triangle that we just saw, they were so super basic and interesting. Could have easily just skipped that whole thing. And, well, the story and writing is actually not too bad. Like, over time, there were some pieces and even some audio logs that clicked with me, for sure. I'm a bit better on this game than was my first impression. Alright. See you around.